And one final question, Mr. Bryant. What do you see that makes this trader so special?
I see a calmness. There's a serious calmness about him, which is extremely deadly. Right? Because he's not up, he's not down, he's not contemplating what just happened before or worrying about what's to come next. He's just there.
All right, I'm long inside of this fair value gap. Looking to take a small partial above this high. All right, I'm going short here. Come on now, that's too easy.
I come on record and tell y'all, when it comes to legalized bank robbing, I'm the best.
I'm buying this fair value gap. I'll take that.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
Good morning. It's Friday. Finally. 3-day weekend is almost here. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Quite the sell-off. There's been some good old Trump tariff Apple discussion. Good morning. Good morning. What is going on? Are we beefing in the chat? What is going on? So here we go. Let's do some top-down analysis so we can be down on the 5-minute chart before the opening bell. So NASDAQ, okay, weekly chart. We just had a pretty nice expansion, few hours or so. So we have this inversion fair value gap. This is something that we've noted in the weekly forecast. If we lose that, then I may drop back to a neutral bias, more longer term. I wouldn't negate my higher bias because I think relative equal highs, all-time highs is still on the table. But if we lose this inversion fair value gap, meaning if we lose it, meaning we close beneath it, then I may shift to a neutral bias. So this is something that I'm watching longer term. But other than that, here, I'll go ahead and mark out the high of it just for reference on the lower time frame. Right there. So, all right, let's go down to a daily chart. That's pretty much all I'm concerned with on the weekly is the high of that inversion fair value gap. Don't want my charts to be too messy. All right, now this is when things get a little interesting. Ideally, and me and ICT kind of had the same outlook on this. Ideally, this is the fair value gap that I would have liked to take us higher into this inefficiency here, and we just fell short of that. Best case scenario is this stays open. This takes us higher to the inefficiency. We use it as support, all-time highs, yada, yada, yada. But now we're trading inside of it. So that doesn't negate my bullish bias, but it does raise eyebrows, as I like to say. So this is something that I'll be observing. Now, if we get through midpoint, and I'm measuring it from the low of the volume imbalance, including that to the wick, if we get through consequent encroachment, then to me that's I'm back to somewhat of a neutral bias longer term. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and mark out the high of this daily BISI. And I'll get consequent encroachment as well, which comes in at 87.50. Volatility very high this morning, and we haven't even got to the opening bell, so it's likely going to be increased. Brokers, at least trade stations, send out notifications. They are increasing margins or reducing margins, whatever the heck they're doing, which is a telltale sign to not get cooked today. All right, so these are the only 3 levels I have on my chart. I have the high of the inversion fair value gap on the weekly, which is this here. That's what I'm looking at. I'm just annotating the high of it. And drop down to a daily. Okay, we have this fair value gap. I have the high. I have the consequent encroachment. And for completeness sake, I'll go ahead and put the low. All right, so that's really all I care about. Let's go to a 15-minute chart and see what it's looking like. Take this off. Let's get some opening prices. Got about 6 minutes till the open. All right, so our 8:30 opening price, we'll just say it's the high of the daily fair value gap, so we'll take that off. So currently, we're way, way beneath the midnight opening price, and if we continue to move lower from here, we'll be beneath the 8:30 opening price as well, which means 2 things. Either 1, the 70% scenario will occur, which is we reprice in that direction to the midnight open. Doesn't mean we have to hit it, but 70% of the time, if we're beneath the midnight open, we're trading in that direction in the morning session. Or the other possibility is we have a trending day to the downside and it just sells off lower, 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 which I think is possible given the news and Trump and terrorist stuff, and he says some stuff about Apple, whatever. So I'm not immediately saying, okay, we're beneath the midnight open, we're inside the daily fair value gap, we're going higher. I'm open to the fact that with the sudden news and tariff announcements, we could just have a sell-off kind of day. But I'll wait to see what we do at open. For now, I just maintain somewhat of a neutral bias until something in the chart is really clean. But I'm already looking at small little signatures in price here. Whenever we have trending days, this stuff always happens. When we have our midnight open, whenever we fail to trade to it here, then we fail to trade to it here, break down, fair value gap staying open, all of these inefficiencies staying open. To me, I see that as heavy. NASDAQ is weak. So really interested to see what we do at the opening bell. As far as the economic calendar goes, we have medium impact news at 10 a.m. Don't really think that's going to do much. We're already pretty volatile on the day. So let's roll. 5 minutes, 4 minutes till the open. Printed 4K, man. It's crazy. I'm down. My 6K drawdown, 3.5 because over trading and oversizing. Yeah, you can't overtrade and you can't over leverage. Can't do it. Don't do it. How's trading with Apex going? It's going good. It's going good. Up 4,000, but with Apex, I have to build, which is dumb. I have to build like a $7,500 buffer, so I can't just withdraw that $4,000. I have to make an additional like 3,500, and then make some profits on top of that, and then I could withdraw profits. You can see why I don't care for prop firms, but I'll take it if it was a gift. I heard Apex is denying payouts. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. I'm not the one to ask. Live streams on YouTube are just tape reading streams. I don't trade. I don't press buttons on YouTube. I only trade and show my executions and all that in Discord. All right, so opening bell. We're going to stay on a 5-minute chart for just a little bit. Let's take a quick glance at S&P. You can go ahead and get rid of this. S&P, Dow, pretty much all looking the same. Really interested to see what we do at the open. Huge gap lower. Okay, general rule of thumb, if we ever have an opening range gap that's more than, I think, 150 points, 120 points, in this case, almost 400 points. It's very possible that we could just continue lower and we won't be interested in repricing to consequent encroachment, let alone the high. So with that much of a gap down, I'm not interested in picking the bottom. I'll just say that. $120 points, yeah. I studied all the ICT mentorships, all the playlists for the most part, 2022, 23, 24, 25. I'm in all of them. And now I'm doing core content, and I'm sharing those notes with the community. They already got Unk started. Lord have mercy. If this is your first live stream, if you're new to the channel, glad to have you here. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share with your buddies if you haven't already. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the subscribers. 20K, 25K subscribers will be here before we know it. We get in there. We get in there. If a trade presents, what do you do on live stream? I take it. If it's in Discord, I only take trades in Discord. Here we're studying, tape reading, walking through price. All right, so there is our 930 open. And should we form a fair value gap with our 930 candle, I'll use the 930 candle as the first presented because we open beneath sell side here and sell side here. So we've triggered sell stops. I'm going to go ahead and get some quadrants on here because I want to see if NASDAQ is really weak. If we fail to reach the lower quadrant or we fail to reach consequent encroachment, to me, those things are significant. So I'm going to go ahead and outline this. 32.25. And then consequent encroachment is 1550. So when we go back to electronic trading hours, we can see and gauge how strong, how weak NASDAQ is by how much it can reprice in our current opening range gap, which if it's bearish, it should have a hard time getting past midpoint. Just like any other premium array, if we're bearish, if we're heavy, we wouldn't be interested in trading in the upper half of the opening range gap. So that's something I'm observing. You can use the 930 fair value gap. He just released a video saying you can. And a couple of days ago, he used the 930 fair value gap as the first presented. Y'all can't correct me, man. I be on my steady game. Trust. I'm true to this, not new to this. Thank you, Elijah. I appreciate it. Leon, doing good, bro. Let's go ahead and go down to a 1 minute chart. Best tape reading ICT trader. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. I'm going to send this link one more time in the chat because a lot of people were asking why did I use the 930 fair value gap as my first presented fair value gap. I made a quick 2-minute video. All right, so there you go. That tweet I show is nothing complicated, but I explain it there. You can save the link or watch it now, whatever you want to do. So given what we have in the chart right now, all I'm looking for is, do we reach the lower quadrant and consequent encroachment of our current opening range gap? And then how do we respond after doing so? If we trade to these levels and we still look strong, still look bullish, then to me that's more convincing for higher prices. But if we reject these levels or we fail to reach them at all, then my focus is lower prices towards the relative equal lows. So I'm observing how we trade in this region and letting kind of the opening range, the first 30 minutes after the opening bell, I'm letting that opening range give me some insight. Let's take a quick glance at S&P, Dow. Dollar's not doing much I care about. Let's look at gold real quick. Gold really heavy for now. Let's go to 1 minute chart. You don't ever trade before? No, I do. I trade before 10 a.m. a lot of times, actually. I feel like my last, I can't remember when I traded after 10 a.m. I feel like a lot of our trades come during the opening range. Like usually around 9:45, 9:50, and then I'll be already in a trade going into 10 a.m. Your patients are crazy on chewing my toenails. There's nothing to be nervous about. So first presented fair value gap, 933. Zoom in a little tighter. Including the volume imbalance. Volatility is not that crazy. I haven't completely abandoned my bearish bias, especially after just trading higher straight off open. Whenever we do that, I always treat every rally as kind of suspect, meaning whenever we open at 930 and it's just one direction higher, I often like to treat that as a Judas swing, because I know it, like, everybody likes to chase things off the open. So we open, rally higher, people are buying. So that's something I'm keeping in the back of my mind. Just traded into a 15-minute SIBI. I have my separate monitor pulled up next to me with other time frames. Now, what I prefer to see, and it doesn't have to occur, obviously, I could be wrong, but I like to see us get back beneath the first presented fair value gap, treat it as an inversion level. That's just what I would like to see. So I wouldn't want to to work higher from there. And now it can, and we can make a run towards the consequent encroachment of the opening range gap. That's possible, but I have a soft bearish bias for the time being. This fair value gap is what I'm observing. Just traded into the low end of it. So I'm looking at this first presented fair value gap. I like for us to get beneath it, use it as resistance. I wouldn't really want us to use this as a discount array. And that's solely based on the fact that whenever we have a pretty, and again, I could be wrong, it could take us higher, but that's what I prefer to see. Whenever we have like a sharp drop lower like this and we form a low and we move away, my thought process immediately goes to there's people predicting the low. So as soon as we form a short-term little low and then we bounce, there's sell stops being jammed underneath that low, underneath this low. And I like to see, even if we were predisposed to go higher, I would like to see another stab underneath that, clear them out, punish them for picking bottoms, and then we set the stage to go higher. So I have that logic combined with the fact that we opened at 930 and it was just a rally higher, which generally I like to treat as a Judas swing. Okay, I rarely like to buy, and I've done it a few times, but I rarely like to buy when we just open, trade higher, then buy, trade higher, because 70% of the time, or whatever the stat is, that initial move after the open is a false move if you have narrative behind it. How do you decide if a long price run like this, or reversal, 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 reversal? So we're inside that first presented, and I'm just observing. I'm really observing these first 30 minutes. If I was trading today, this would be a day where I'll probably wait until 10 o'clock to engage. We do have a medium impact news driver, but I'm more interested in seeing what we do during this opening range, and that'll help frame a silver bullet after 10. So yeah, I want to see, preferably, if we can eat through this imbalance. Have you dealt with thoughts that you need to know, use everything? Yeah, that's why we literally, because that, like, I don't know if that was like something I was thinking about, but because everybody gets so worked up. Like, for which one is the first presented fair value gap? Which one? Is it this one? Is it this candle? Wait, how many new day opening gaps? Wait, how many first presented fair value gaps do you keep on your chart? This, that, and another thing. And they're getting so worked up. And it's just like, that's why Wednesday, we had a webinar, and it was literally all we're covering for an hour was just going back over the basics. Forget the first presented fair value gap. It doesn't matter. Forget it. If it's confusing you, if you struggle which one to choose, and if it's stressing you out and you don't know how many to keep on your chart, even new day opening gaps and new week opening gaps, forget about it. If it stresses you out, if it confuses you, if it throws you off, take all that stuff off your chart. So Wednesday's webinar, we literally just went back to the basics. Silver bullet setup, sell side taken, displacement, fair value gap, there you go. Buy side taken, displacement, fair value gap, target the sell side. And we just went back to the basics because it's so easy to get caught up in all the new stuff that ICT drops. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still studying because I just love studying. Like, I'm just a student. But I'm not applying every single thing. Like the midnight opening range stuff where he was taking the midnight to 12:30, running fibs and quadrants on it. Like, don't get me wrong, that is very interesting. And maybe down the road, I'll apply that to my trading. But right now, it's too much. So I watched the video, took a few notes, and then okay, I'll come back to it later. But people, they set themselves back by trying to add everything ICT teaches. And their whole charts are filled with all kind of stuff. You might as well trade indicators with the amount of lipstick you have in your chart. This is a public stream. This is a public stream. It's not private. So I like how we're trading through consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. Again, best case scenario, what I would like to see is, I like to see it fail and then take out the short-term low here, because that low was formed, excuse me, that low was formed after 9:30. And then should we treat the inversion fair value gap / first presented fair value gap as a premium array, then my focus shifts to the sell side. But I like to see a closure beneath it, respect the lower half, that kind of signature. The shiny object syndrome, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Like when he came out with the Venom model, the very next trading day in the live streams, is this the Venom model? I think I see the Venom model. This is it. This counts as the Venom model, right? And it's like, bro, relax. Like, like there's people making a killing, making millions, and they don't have social media, and all they're trading is a silver bullet, or they're still trading the 2022 model. They don't care about the first presented fair value gaps. They don't care about the midnight opening range. They don't care about any new model that ICT introduces. They don't care about it. And they're doing just fine. High strike rate, everything. So you just got to keep that in mind, man. All right, so I like what we're seeing here. I'm looking at this small short-term low as minor sell side. I'm looking for this down here. So I don't look at every fair value gap as a buying opportunity. What am I doing here? There has to be context behind it. And then should we get through that sell side, I'm immediately jumping to this low. Now, I'm observing what we did here. We traded to the lower quadrant of the opening range gap, cleared out the buy side inefficiency, and I like how we failed to reach midpoint. Okay, we had a nice gap lower over 300 points, failing to reach midpoint of our opening range gap. Once we start rotating lower, that tells me that it's likely that we're heavy, because just like we're on a 1 minute chart and we're looking at inversion fair value gaps, it's better if we don't trade to midpoint, let alone the upper half. I treat the opening range gap the same exact way. If we're bearish and possibly looking for lower prices, it's better if we don't trade to the upper half. Now, we can do that and still be heavy, but if we only work the lower quadrant and we start giving up the ghost, rotating lower, to me, that's weakness. That's how I interpret it. And I had a few questions, a lot of questions actually, because my last few trades, I've been shorting this fair value gap and like before it breaks or close beneath the low, because if I'm already anticipating this to be treated as an inversion level, once we breach midpoint, I'll just short it right there, stop loss above the up close candle. And for those in the Discord, you see me do that on stream a couple of times in the past couple of weeks. And people will ask, well, how come you didn't wait for a close, then come back up, then short it? Well, I'm already anticipating this to fail for all the reasons we just mentioned. 9:30 open, rally. Everybody's going to chase that. Everybody's going to be buying this. Everybody. So I'm comfortable going ahead and shorting, especially after we already cleared out the buy stops. We've already triggered all those. And that's not a signal to go short, by the way. I'm just giving an example. but we've already triggered the buy stops here on the rally up. So once we start trading lower into this fair value gap, I don't want to see us trade into it, make a higher high, because we're letting the breakout traders off the hook by going higher. As soon as we tag those orders, we need to drag them across the coals. And then you have the people who are chasing that initial move after 9:30 in a market that's already shown that it's been heavy. So what do I like to see? Get initial pump higher and then possibly run for that sell side formed at 9:30. My iPad's about to die. Hold on. So I'm watching first presented fair value gap. Do we respect the lower half of it? If we do what we did here, open, trade up, fail to reach it, that's even more bearish. But best case scenario, you want to see us remain in the lower half of that. Let me get my charger real quick. Hold on. Dragging people across the coal. That's how ICT describes it. That's his term. Or he said like raked across the coals or something. I like that terminology. So we just tapped the first presented fair value gap. Now I'm just observing. It's not a trade signal. I'm not saying sell it. This is tape reading. Especially in this kind of volatility, once your broker sends out notifications saying they're adjusting the margins and all that stuff, that's a telltale sign that it's not a market condition that I want to be participating in with live funds. But for tape reading purposes, I want to see that be used as a premium array. And then my focus is still that minor sell sign. Take a quick look at S&P, Dow. So S&P and Dow aren't really showing signs of weakness. So that's something to be mindful of. Can make it harder to see lower prices in NASDAQ. How long did it take you to become full-time? I've been trading and all that since like 2019. But I always say I took trading serious like late 2022, mid 2022. That's when I like really took it serious. Like I locked in basically. Them ads going crazy. Y'all got to get YouTube Premium. I can't stand YouTube ads. I got that Premium. Can't do it. And cause once YouTube disabled the ad block, I was like, yeah, that's it. YouTube Premium, here I come, because ain't no way. What was your parents' reaction when you say you want to be a full-time trader? I kind of went about it the wrong way. I remember, because I was in college, and it was like, it was during the summer, and I passed my first FTMO account. FTMO challenge, and I got like a $1,200 payout, and I was so excited. And mind you, I gambled to get that payout. Gambled like a mug. I'm talking about over leverage. Was like probably 0.5% away from blowing the account. Risked like 3%. No drawdown. Passed the thing. Got a $1,200 payout. So I'm feeling good about myself. And then I get the payout or whatever. And I just walk up to my mom one day. She's doing the laundry. I said, "Ma," and she knows I'm trading or whatever, but she doesn't think it's serious at the time because I haven't really had anything to show for it. And I told her, "Mom," I said, "when I get $50,000 in my trading account, I'm dropping out of school." She almost slapped the taste out of my mouth. She said, "You gonna do what now?" I said, "When I get 50K, like I just got like a $1,200 payout. Like I just gotta do this like a few more times, and like I'm dropping out of school." boy, the I should not be alive. I'll just say that. Oh my God. Lost that funded account the next day. Tragedy. Oh my God. It wasn't funny in the moment because it was like, because I was dead serious. Like, I was like dead serious. I'm like, Ma, like when I hit this 50K, and I didn't really understand like having a savings and like, you know, emergency fund and whatever. I was just like, once I get 50K, I'm dropping out of school. Forget that. And she was like, boy, you done lost your damn mind. Yeah, so that's how that went. But years later, things started falling in place. She started seeing the numbers, and then she was like, okay, maybe you actually can make this, you know, a living. And now, whenever she asked me about, because I dropped out of school, I'm not finishing college. Whenever she asked about school or suggests me getting a degree, or my dad would be like, you know, because Rachel just graduated. She just walked the stage, and I told my dad, like, yeah, Rachel graduated. He said, oh, that's really good. You know, tell her I'm happy for her. You know, son, you should do the same thing. I'm like, yeah. So whenever my mom asks me about school, I just send her $100, $150 for her nails, and usually that conversation goes away real quick. So that's how I handle that issue. It is what it is, man. But yeah, the family's supportive though. They're all supportive. But I highly recommend keeping trading to yourself, keeping it a secret, while you're on your journey, man. Like, don't even tell your parents, don't tell your friends. Just grind on the low, you know. Like, you don't gotta make it everybody's business. Keep mama saying, yeah. Keep mama off my back. Go get your nails done, ma. I got you. You into cars? Not really. I'm not really into cars. I mean, I have a vet, but like, I'm not really a car person like that. All right, so looking at price action, we're just working the first presented fair value gap. A little bit of a consolidation. I do like the bodies respecting midpoint. The wicks trading past it, but I do like the bodies, seeing them close. That's exactly what I want to see. My focus for now is still that minor sell side, so that's what I'm looking at. Let me take a quick glance at ES, Dow. Oh, ES and Dow, they're kind of just ranging right now, looking a little nasty. We could have a morning session where we just don't do much because we've moved a lot pre-market. Like, this was a crazy rally before the opening bell. So consolidating morning is definitely possible, but for now, given what we have in the chart, this is what I'm looking for. You'll always be a clown for wanting to be a trader. Nah, for real, man. Like, I gave up college basketball. I told my professor and my academic advisor, I was like, I'm moving back home. Like, I'm focusing on trading. And they looked at me crazy. But a year and a half later, here we are. If I join the Discord server, how many days a week? I live stream every day. I live stream in the Discord Monday through Friday. I come on YouTube publicly, doing a public tapering stream, chat it up with y'all around like 3 to 4 times a month. But because when I really was wanting to focus on trading, and I moved back home for a couple of reasons, for family reasons, but one of the main reasons was I wanted to focus on trading because with basketball, like, we had morning workouts and practice and games and travel. Like, I couldn't trade. I was doing something during all the sessions, and I was working and stuff, and then you have class. So I filed like a request to like switch to online classes because I wanted to go back home. And my finance professor and my academic advisor, I sat in office. My advisor was a lady, and my professor was a young man. So I'm sitting in the office, just us three, and I'm sitting across from them. And they said, so why do you want to switch to online? I said, yeah, I kind of want to focus on trading. I think that's what I want to do as a career. And I just want to kind of move back home, and I have some family things. And then my finance professor was like, well, 70% of people or 80% of people who switch to online, never finish their degree. And I was like, well, hell, what that got to do with me? That's not what I said, but that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, well, that statistic got nothing to do with me. I'm not part of that statistic. What other people do when they switch to online is none of my business. But he was like, when people switch to online, typically they don't finish their degree, and I don't want that to happen to you. I was like, look, man, like, I got to trade these silver bullet setups. I got to get these market reviews. Like, I can't be wasting my time up here. That's not what I said either, but these are the thoughts that's going in my head. And then, it was like pulling teeth, like trying to like convince them why I wanted to finish online. And turns out I'm part of that statistic. Once I switched online, I did not get that degree, so he was right. But it worked out, so. Oh, man. Price is getting a little nasty. It's just hanging around the first presented fair value gap. Definitely would not trade this if I was pressing buttons. Consolidations during the macro is never good. So we're about halfway through that 950 to 1010 macro. If we're ever ranging, ever consolidating during those 20-minute intervals, that's not good. So my thought process is we have 10 minutes to do something. That could be displaced lower, displaced higher, but I want us to do something during this macro. We can't just range bound and go sideways, or that's foreshadowing a lethargic morning session. I remember you saying last year you won't consider a full-time trader. Oh yeah, I did say that. That's crazy. I definitely consider myself full-time now, because like a year ago, I didn't consider myself a full-time trader because I got fired from my job. And then I just got thrown into the water. I was like, oh snap, okay, I guess I'm full-time now. So like, it could have went bad. Like I might have, you know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I'm not full-time just yet, because I don't even have like my emergency fund saved up. Like I'm not even ready for real. But now with how things are looking and how things are going, yeah, I'm straight now. Let me scroll up in the chat because I've been yapping for a minute, huh? I've been trading for about 5 years now, using different strategies and all kind of stuff. I'm 50 and my mom still worries about me losing everything. Because I think what turns people off from trading is like, I'll give an example to somebody. They're like, so how does trading work? Or like, how do you make money? And I'll tell them, well, basically like if I think the market's going to go up, I'll risk $200 and they'll cut me off. Risk $200? What do you mean you risk $200? It don't sound right. Like you're risking money. That word risk it's has a negative connotation to it. Like they don't, like you risked $200, you risked $500. I'm not risking anything. Like that's how they think of it. But it's not like, yes, you're risking money, but it's based on logic. It's based on algorithmic stuff, but they don't really understand that. So as soon as they hear the word risk and money in the same sentence, for them, it calculates it adds up to gambling. But do you recommend prop firms? Yeah, if you don't have extra income or if you don't have any other way to fund your personal account, prop firms is the way to go. If I buy 100K challenge with training in your Discord, how many times it takes to pass risking? I don't recommend trade copying. I don't live stream to pass your combine. I live stream to help people how to reprice. Because I lose trades, I win trades, I have no trade days, I have break-even days. So if you're just waiting on me to press the button so you could copy, you're going to be mad when I have a no trade day or when I take a loss like everybody else. And if you pass your combine from trade copying, I don't want to hear about it. If you blow your account, I don't want to hear about it. Respectfully. But if you actually want to learn how to read price and you want to be in the live streams and see my executions and just my daily thought process when I'm looking to engage, and yes, I trade my personal account on stream, the same account that I use to pay my bills and everything, I trade that on stream. If you want to be a part of that group, then the link is pinned in the chat room or link is in description. How come you're tape reading? Well, I've had a good trading week. We had a couple wins this week, and I think we finished 2-1 this week. We had like a small loss on Wednesday, was it? When it was like super choppy, and then we captured a couple wins. But I'm already done trading for the week, and then we're about to go into a 3-day weekend, so I'm not really trying to do too much on this Friday. Well worth every penny. I'm trying to tell y'all, #1 Discord server. In my opinion, slightly biased. Appreciate that, CNB. So we're back above that first presented. Look at Dow and S&P for the most part making higher highs. When you take trades, do they feel like they're almost silly obvious? It'd be stupid for you not to take it. Do I take trades that feel silly obvious? Yeah, I guess you could say that. But at the same time, like, I have an understanding of risk, so I don't see a setup and say, oh, this is an A+++ setup, I'm going in 5%. Like, no. I can think a setup is really, really clean, really smooth. Like, I'm eager to get in it. Like, I want to get in that trade. But in the back of my mind, I still have an understanding of risk. I still understand that no setup is guaranteed. So my thought process is to always preserve my capital first, no matter how clean I think the setup is, because it's not guaranteed. I could get it wrong. There may be something in the chart that I'm not seeing. So let's zoom in a little tighter here. There's not a lot of range. Slow market, but reasonable given what we've seen pre-market. I haven't fully abandoned my my bearish bias for now. Now, if we trade to consequent encroachment of the opening range gap, based on how we trade, how we respawn, and how we react to it, then I may switch. But I'm kind of getting the big picture and not focusing just on this little fractal, but on the big picture, we're still in the lower half of the opening range gap, meaning if we wanted lower prices, all of this movement higher is fair game, and the stage can still be set to go lower because we're in the lower half of the opening range gap. Just like if we're in the lower half of a fair value gap or in the lower half of a breaker or an order block, we can work up towards mean threshold. Better if we don't, but just because we're breaching or approaching mean threshold, it doesn't necessarily kill my bearish bias. So that's where I'm at right now. Did any of your siblings follow your? No, but nobody around me trades. I don't have any friends. I don't have any siblings or family, anything that is interested in trading. Well, I wouldn't say interested, but they don't trade. It's just me. Now, my mother is a business owner, but, so we kind of have that entrepreneurial spirit. But other than that, that's about it. I'm preaching like my funded account. Short change. How does the text your annotation stick to the right? You double click your drawing, and then these right here. Which model are you working now? I just trade price. How do you restrain yourself after taking a loss? How do you restrain yourself after taking a loss? Well, we all have two hands, hopefully. If not, that's okay. You can just use one. But you take both of your hands, your palms should be facing up. Raise your hands up to about eye level. Flip them over, so now your palms are facing down. Extend forward. At this point in time, your hands should be hovered above your laptop. Hands on the laptop, the screen portion, slowly pull down towards you. Complete all those steps, and your laptop should be closed as a result. And then there you go. You just restrain yourself after taking a loss. Or you could punch a hole through it, do whatever you think is best. I'm gonna grab some water real quick, hold on. This is boring price action, I'll be honest with y'all. Still early in the morning. It's just barely after 10. Oh my God. All right. I think it's about that time, man. I think it is about that time. Who's in a position right? God dang, we're terrible. Who's in a position right now? I need that entry. I need that stop loss. I need that TP. See if we can boost this chat record up as we head into Memorial Day weekend, because 3 and 10 is ridiculous. Who wants to be the live streamer for the day? Entry 9. Entry. I need entry and stop. Stop below first presented fair value gap. 9. What was it? 9. 2927. Your TP probably, well, I don't know what you're aiming for. 2927. Give or take. TP. G. I can't pronounce your name. G. Sin. What's your TP? I lost a trade, shorted. I'm not going to count that against the record. got stopped out, got stopped. TP 21, buy side. All right, here we go. For the, we need a win for the chat record because it's pretty bad. We're gonna call this like a game show. So you want to be a live streamer? Let's see. Stop loss below first presented, you said. There. And TP's all the way. 20, 21, 110, about right there. TP. All right, so this is how it's looking. This is to boost our record to a whopping 4 and 10. Let's get it. Just passed 3 accounts back to back. Let's go. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's drag this over. Do I only operate 1 minute? I trade the 1 minute most times. Sometimes the 15-second or 30-second, but 85% of the time, 80% of the time, I'm trading the 1 minute chart. Or sometimes I'll be looking at a 1 minute chart on my laptop, on my monitor. I'm looking at a 15-second, and I may opt to enter something based on a 15-second, but it still aligns with the 1 minute in a way, if that makes sense. Posted in Discord. Let me see. Let me check. You're full access, I think, right? Or no? Oh, yeah. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. Bet. Let me see here. Hold on. So this is chart's a little messy now. We don't care about that, right? This is his position here. This is what it's looking like. And you said it was based off the 2 minute. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's get it. We hopping on COD. Bro, you don't want this work, bro. COD, 2K. I suck at Madden, but you don't want no smoke. The main model I use, I just trade price. I just trade price action. That's the easiest thing for me to do. In a way, having a specific model, I always say, when you're starting out, you definitely need a model. Like, you need something rule-based you know, with entry criteria and whatever. But my motto is I just trade price action. I'll enter with whatever PD array makes sense in that fractal, manage my risk, target logical levels, new week, new day opening gaps, buy side, sell side, and I just keep it simple. In Spanish, mi modelo es muy simplicito. My motto is very simple. That's the English translation. Stop reduced to 908. 908. 908 down. Oh wait, yeah. Right there. All right, so reduce stop by a nice margin. That's good. Current interval. Why did you enter? This not my trade. This is G Singh's trade. If I'm saying that right, I apologize if I'm butchering that. Oh, and Journey said there's no discount at the moment. Not at the moment. Let's take a look at S&P. Dow. Making lower lows in sync with each other. How come you trade on Apex? Just gifted me the account for being an affiliate of them, so I said I'll take it. 'Cause I'm not paying for a prop account, but if they're gonna gift me an account, like, I'll be dumb not to take advantage. What's that screen on the left? That is, that's his trade. He sent it in our Discord group just for visual reference. AUD, that's Aussie. You're from Australia? That's Aussie dollar, right? Saying it right? Okay, cool. That's what's up. So I'm noticing how we failed to reach consequent encroachment of the opening range gap. Again, that's indicating possible signs of heaviness. If they're doing, I was thinking about doing a giveaway on Memorial. Are the markets open on Memorial Day? Like, is it like they close during lunch type of thing, or is it just closed altogether? Because, you know, some holidays you can trade until like 1 o'clock. Closes at 12 Central, so that's 1 p.m. Okay. I think I'll do a tapering stream on Monday, and maybe we do a giveaway. I have to ask them to give me more accounts to give away. Stop loss not hit. He said he's sweating bullets. Hang in there, brother. It says it's closed. Stop loss not hit yet. I got you. I'm curious to see what the 1 minute chart's looking like. It's interesting. VWAP EMA trader. No, sir. I would never be on VWAP. We're still safe, y'all. We still hanging in there. Let me look at ES, Dow. I'm looking at 15-second chart for NASDAQ. And I'm watching consequent encroachment of that 10, that large buy-side imbalance, sell-side inefficiency. If we get through midpoint, then I think opening range gap, consequent encroachment can be on the table. Text VZG. I'm not trading today, my guy. I'm not trading today. I'm not taking any trades. I'm done for the week. $15. Oh, trading views freezing. This is the imbalance I'm looking at in its midpoint. Let's fix this. Two-minute chart. The markets, they said the markets close early on Monday. So if you choose to trade, you can trade up until 1 o'clock. So it pretty much closes during lunch. But I won't be trading Monday. Monday's either going to be a public tape reading stream or just no stream at all. Depends. I may just enjoy the 3-day weekend and not stream. Okay, yeah, shout out Yubsira. Yubsira, you made 5K. Good stuff. No more spam, please. Low resistance liquidity to run higher. I'm curious to see what gold's looking like. That's not really doing anything interesting. We'll take this off. It's a little, just throwing the color codes off. Do you use CISD? Change in state of delivery? Yes, every order block has the change in state of delivery. A lot of people get that concept mixed up. They think change in state of delivery is only the last down close candle in the swing low. Every single down close candle offers change in state of delivery in a buy program because that down close candle is offering sell side delivery. So once we cross the opening price, that's change in state of delivery. It's not just this one down here. Down close candles offering sell side because it's a down close. Next candle opens, rallies past the opening price. Now we're offering buy side change in state delivery. So that's a common misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to order blocks. No, I don't look at Russell. I don't care for the Russell. How many funded accounts did you blow when you started? 3 combines past 2. Man, like I say, I was FTMO's #1 customer. And not because of the profit split. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Three combines, that's rookie numbers. I was going through 3 combines a day. Those rookie numbers, you gotta pump those numbers up. 3 combines. If you only failed 3 combines, try 10, 15, put some hair on your chest. mm, 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 mm. 3 combines, shoot. I was going through 3 combines. That was 3. Man. I wish I only blew 3. Once you hit double digits, then that's when you know you made it. Once you blew at least 10 combines, get that real heartbreak in you. Get them tears flowing a little bit. If you ain't had no tears coming from your eyes, you're not blowing enough accounts. If your eye's not watering at checkout when you buy another reset, you're not going hard enough. You gotta go harder. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh man, those are rookie numbers. I'm trying to tell you, 3 accounts. 3 accounts. Come on, man. Like ICT says, that's Mickey Mouse, man. That's Mickey Mouse. Like, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can do 3 accounts. Flashback, no, for real, man. If your eyes ain't watering, will you pay for that reset? You're not going hard enough, bro. If you don't have that tear forming, if you don't have tears running across your cheek, because it's your 15th time buying an account, you're not going hard enough. You ain't been through the trenches yet. Oh my God. Yeah, put that dog in you. Yeah, put that dog in you for real. Turn your heart cold, Once you check your bank statements and all you see is FTMO, FTMO, FTMO. Oh my God. Oh man. That's hilarious, man. Lord have mercy. That's what my bank statements look like. FTMO, reset charge, Chipotle, reset charge. The Chipotle was to make the pain go away. Then it was back to buying another reset. I was eating the pain away. Blow an account, go grab lunch, do the same thing. It's part of the grind, man. It's part of the grind. When you start blaming when you start blaming the prop firm for the reasons you blew the account, that's what I'm talking about. Now we're talking. When you over leverage, you trade 10 contracts instead of 2, and you blow the account, and you blame the prop firm because you got a bad feel. Yeah, been there. You risk $1,000 instead of 200, and your fill is 2 ticks short, so now you're pissed at FTMO and Apex because they didn't give you your desired fill, as if it would have made a difference. Oh, if only I got that field. I was the one, man. That was the one that's gonna retire my parents. That was gonna get me funded. I was gonna get that payout if the freaking Apex Top Step denied me my fill, man. BS, man. Proceeds to check out. buy another reset. Oh my god. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. It's funny when you can laugh about it, but it ain't funny when you're going through it. No, what was bad was when your partner asked how his trading going. That's what did it for me. Well, I was getting ready to crash out, but you had to keep a gangster, cause like my ex at the time, whatever, when I wasn't profitable, I'm on my 3rd reset for the day. Babe, how's trading going? It's going good. You know, no trades today, break even, chill. I lied. I'm on my 3rd reset. I over leveraged. I gambled. But I can't say that though, cause I gotta keep it gangster. Oh my god. This is real, man. It's real stuff, bro. And then you make the mistake by showing the one little time you did get right. You got it right. You got lucky. Oh, babe, look, I made $1,000. Oh, wow, that's good. Next day she asked, did you make any money this time? Nah, it was break even. I didn't take any trades today. I didn't see anything I liked. I blew the account and gave back the $1,000 and purchased another reset. But I can't say that though, because I got to keep it gangsta. But best believe I'm crying when I go home that night. But you got to keep it gangsta. That's real though, bro. That's the stuff I was doing. Tears of pain, bro. Like, I'm trying to tell you. Oh my god. I used to hate when friends or family or coworkers or your partner at the time, whatever, ask you, how's trading been going? And you're not profitable, knowing dang well you just crashed out in the market and you gotta pretend like everything's fine. It's not fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, man, I could relate, bro. Anyway, this trade is still on the table. I came back to the entry a little bit. Again, this is not my trade. This is somebody's in the chat. What made you change? I was just tired of losing, man. I was just tired of losing. That's all it was. Eventually, I just said, like, I just had to get out of my own way. But it's a mixture. Part of becoming more disciplined, yes, you just have to focus on yourself and improve your psychology. But actually knowing what the heck is going on in the markets help with your discipline. Because a lot of times when you're over leveraging, you're crashing out, you're gambling, revenge trading, you don't know what the market's doing. So just continuing to study, understanding just getting a better understanding of price action. As a byproduct, you become more disciplined because you know what you're looking for. You know what to avoid. So, part of it, like a lot of people say, you just gotta be disciplined. Just take 2 trades a day. Just all you gotta do to be disciplined is just focus on your risk management. But that's half of it, yes. But the other half is you gotta study. You gotta know what you're doing. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you're just gonna keep crashing out. So you gotta work on your game. But oh yeah, I was break even. I did not tell her I was resetting my account hundreds of times. I had to keep it gangster. Very much my style. I really want to understand. Like, that's it. And that as a byproduct, you'll be more patient because once you understand that the markets are algorithmic, and there's times like I would miss setups. I used to hate missing setups because, like, especially if I kind of saw it in advance, I hate missing trades. But now I don't care about missing trades because I have experience now. I look back last year when I missed some crazy moves, and then this was a topic I was going to talk about in the webinar, but I forgot. So I'm glad we're on the topic. When it comes to FOMO, I was thinking the other day, and I was like, because a lot of people were beating themselves up. I was seeing online in the Discord, whatever. Man, I saw the trade. I didn't take it. Like, man, what a trade, what a rally. I chickened out. I didn't buy it. Man, I should have pressed buy. I should have taken the trade. And I was thinking, what are you really feeling FOMO about? Because I guarantee you, you're not just feeling FOMO because you didn't get into the trade. What really stings, what really hurts is you didn't take that trade and you see other people on social media did, or you see your peers or people in the Discord server did. Half of the pain is, yes, you missed the trade, you didn't take it, FOMO, it stings. But that's how social media is so damaging, because you didn't take the trade, sucks. But when you see somebody else, I just made this much on this trade, $1,000, $15,000, I passed my funded account with this trade, and you're reflecting back on yourself like, I saw that, and I didn't take it. And this guy, this freaking dude, this a-hole is on Twitter bragging about how he took it, and I saw the same thing. That's what really, really stings. So that's how social media can just be a hindrance, because like, you're not really hurting because you missed the trade. A little bit, yes. You really are hurting because you missed it and you saw other people take it. And that's why I say, when you gotta get off social media, especially if you're on your journey. It's doing more damage to you. It's real talk. It's real. Are you still in this trade, bro? Sing. Are you still holding this? Same stop, same TP, same everything? Would argue the same thing for Discord. Discords, Telegrams, all that. Discords, it depends how the Discord is structured. Like, my Discord is structured where there's one channel where you share your trades, but there's also a channel where you share your losses. Like, it has to be balanced. So, and I feel like our Discord community, like, we help each other. Like, I'll be waking up pre-market or about to start streaming, checking the chat. There's guys engaging in there. Some people ask for feedback about why their trade lost, and people will help them. So it just depends who you have in your Discord community, what's being shared. Now, if you're only sharing wins, payouts, if you're only sharing when things go right, it can give the misinterpretation that everybody's just winning. But if you have a channel where people can share the losses, people can, offer help, like, then I think it's beneficial. But social media in general, I think, does more harm than good. Same stop, same, okay, bet. I think TP, and then we'll go ahead and call it a wrap. We'll be pushing 11 o'clock soon. Asia sessions, I haven't really been looking at Asia. I used to trade it frequently months and months ago, but I'm always out doing something around that time, because that's close to like when my girl gets off work, and then we're probably doing something, playing the game, or hanging out. So give us a promo code for Discord. There's no promo code for Discord, but since we're on the topic of promo codes, and I don't even have a template. Dang it, Tremaine, you're not even prepared. Man, I'm really a trading influencer. I got promo codes now. What are you doing? Oh, that's not it. Who would have thought, right? No, I can't even paste the image. Screw it. Gotta do it the ghetto way. Giveaway on Monday, maybe not. I don't know if I'll even stream on Monday because we don't get a lot of 3-day weekends, so I may just take advantage of it, get some extra work, extra rest, extra study, sleep in. I love your VG X account. Follow you on Instagram. You're very transparent. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daryl. Shout out to the people on Instagram. You're from the 8, yeah, I'm from Houston. H-Town, baby. TSU lady. She moved out of state and she know what love. She's seeking forgiveness. She's a dancer. She don't want to start up a business. Really not much to talk about in price action, really. It's really lethargic, really slow, so. Too large, what the heck? What's your take on NBA Finals? I got Knicks. Who the Pacers is 1-0, right? I think I still got New York winning that Indiana series, I'll be honest. I think it's going to be New York versus OKC, and I got OKC winning it all. New York lost the first game, but I think they just dropped the ball on that one. I still got New York winning. USC, KSC, Lakers in 5. Why did you stop adding your face? My face? I never showed my face on stream. Unless you're talking about Instagram. I did the little like face cam on Instagram. That was just me just experimenting. Experimenting / bored. Knicks sold. That was insane. I never seen a team sell so bad. How do you give up 20 points in like 2 minutes? I don't understand. Like, that's just terrible. But shout out to Indiana. They played their butts off. This might take a while. I'll stay on till 11, bro. If you're a TP or stop, don't get hit before 11 o'clock, then we'll just call it a day. I'll still update the chat record based on whatever happens, even if it's once the stream's over. But we'll stay on till 11, and then we'll get up out of here. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. I made this myself. I'm proud. Shout out Canva. Put it right there. Three wins. It's NBA is first to 4 wins. If that's what you're talking about. You still favor those clean lows? I mean, we're retracing deeper than I would have imagined. I really don't have a bias. What I wanted to see, I didn't realize we're still on a 2-minute chart, but what I wanted to see was us get beneath the first presented fair value gap, respect this midpoint, take us into sell side, kind of like we saw here, the bodies. We've worked this fair value gap to death. Couldn't get down to the sell side, rallied above, and now we're in this little consolidation. So I don't really have a strong bias. This is really the only thing that I was interested in seeing, and this delivery is pretty nasty. It's not something that I would be interested in trading in. So I'll go ahead and clear this off. I didn't get what I was looking for, inversion fair value gap to the minor sell side. So I'm pretty much just neutral. Why did you choose that specific sell side? It was a few things that we covered in the beginning of the stream. I won't repeat it, but this stream is going to be up if you want to rewatch. We'll get off in like 10 minutes. Really not that interesting of a morning session. I mean, really kind of boring. 9:30 to 11. Our 9:30 open is here. Is really nothing. Really nothing. Boring Friday. But we're about to head into a 3-day weekend. We have moved a lot pre-market. Like, this is the kind of stuff I expect after the opening bell. The chat room trading record. Is it 3 wins or 3? Oh, that's 3 losses. No, that's 3 wins. 3. I guess I should make it. Let's do it this way. Wait. No. Yeah, that's fine. So, complete record is 3 for 13. What's that percentage? What's that win? What's that strike rate? %. It's a little rough. What's up, Ibak? YM looks like it's about to sell off. S&P, Dow, yeah. We still have failed to reach that opening range gap, consequent encroachment. I like this low down here, but that just might be asking too much in NASDAQ. But if I had to choose between us running out the buy side or us running out the sell side, I'd rather NASDAQ just make a lower low. because people who pick bottoms and they're jamming their sell stops here, like we explained earlier, even if NASDAQ did want to go higher, I would at least want that to get ran out. And then all the stuff regarding the midnight open, failure to reach the midnight open, all that stuff we explained in the beginning of the stream. Discord members, yesterday's market review, didn't have time to send that out, but that'll be sent out today in the market review channel. And then today's market review, it just depends on if we get clean price action. Like right now, there's nothing to review for the morning session, but if we clean up during lunch in the PM, final hour macro, then we'll have another review. But yesterday's will be sent out today. And then also homework. A lot of you have submitted the homework assignment already, which is dope, but deadline is 4 p.m. New York local time. So when the market closes today, the homework, no more submissions. Okay, I won't check anything after 4 p.m. So find you those 4 examples. Make sure you read the instructions, send them in the homework submissions channel, and then I'll look through it. So you have until market close to get that turned in. And then the next homework assignment will be sent out. Usually we're going to start doing every Monday, but Monday's Memorial Day, so we'll probably have that day off, and then we're back to work back to work on Tuesday. Doing my last one now. That's good. That's what's up. Class is in session. We're approaching the second half of the year soon. We got to lock in, get on our study game, so more homework. Also, no webinar on Sunday. Okay, remember we had our webinar on Wednesday. Our webinars will be every Wednesday during the PM session, so no webinar on Sunday. There won't be any live stream. If you wake up early thinking there's a webinar on Sunday, you're going to be sitting there looking crazy. So nothing on Sunday. Go hang out with your friends, family, enjoy your Memorial Day weekend, barbecuing, all that stuff. Our webinar will be Wednesday, which is the 28th, okay? Wednesday the 28th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern New York local time. I thought you don't trade after a bank holiday. It depends on the price action. If the price action looks good on Tuesday, then I may live trade. If it's looking questionable, then Tuesday will be a tape reading stream. So it's likely going to pan out that way. No stream on Monday. Tuesday, maybe a tape reading stream because we're coming off a bank holiday. It depends what the daily chart's looking like and things of that sort. Webinars, yep, all webinars recorded. There's like over 100 webinars recordings that you could watch in there. But they're recorded and saved. You can watch all of the old ones from last year and all that stuff, so they're saved. It's pretty close to that stop loss, ain't it? It is. This is nasty. Nasty price action. Cooked fried chicken. Oh my goodness. Free tapering stream on Tuesday. If I can get some giveaway accounts, maybe do like, let me see. It's either going to be a giveaway like 2 or 3 accounts, or maybe do a Discord sale, like 25-30% off or something for Memorial Day. We'll see. I haven't decided, but I'll probably make a community post, and I'll definitely post something on my story in regards to what I'll do. But there's gonna be some kind of deal, sale, giveaway of some sort for Tuesday. But if you're not on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, I'll post something on YouTube community tab. But let's get to the weekend first and enjoy our weekend. All right, so there's the stop. All good. Loss is a loss, no big deal. And what is that? So we're gonna end the week there. There we go. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Yeah, and it's pretty much almost 11 o'clock on the dot. Nasty morning. Didn't really do much. Pretty lethargic, but that's reasonable. You know, about to have a 3-day weekend, and we moved so much pre-market, so can't demand too much of NASDAQ. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do a tape reading stream on Tuesday, and for those in the Discord, we're gonna live trade on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I have to check the economic calendar, but likely because Monday's a holiday, so we're not gonna trade. Tuesday will probably be a public YouTube stream, and we'll do a giveaway or probably like a Discord sale. And then Wednesday, we're back privately live trading my live account, and we'll get back to business there. So I think that's how the schedule is gonna go. And appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This was fun. I always love coming on YouTube publicly and chatting it up with y'all. You know, we always have good laughs, good times. So we'll be back here Tuesday morning, same time, 9:15. And that'll probably be the last public stream for the month. And we'll do a little giveaway / sale. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated on my socials. Love y'all, man. Have a great weekend, a great 3-day weekend. Please be safe. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Don't set yourself on fire trying to barbecue. Okay, don't burn nothing down. Enjoy times with your friends, family, loved ones. I'll be away from socials a little bit over the weekend to spend time with my friends and family. We're going on a little family trip this weekend, so I'll be focused on spending time with them and not on the charts. Okay, love y'all, man. It's been fun. I'll see you all back here Tuesday morning at 9:15 for our tape reading stream. All right, peace.